Well, good afternoon, everybody. I think I may be the sole representative here from academic technology transfer, and so I appreciate having the chance to bring our perspective. Because of the very short time frame and the nature of this workshop, I'm going to try to stay on script. I'm not normally a very scripted person, but I want to try to cram some data and some points into a very small period of time. I'll just begin by saying that while my day job is at Emory University, where 2 drugs were discovered that are part of the 2 leading HIV drug cocktails on the market today, I've also had the privilege of holding a leadership position with the Association of University Technology Managers for the last several years. And during the global financial crisis, as you all know, academic technology transfer has been heavily scrutinized and also criticized. Our stakeholders from across the country have sent us a pretty clear message. They want greater impact from academic technology transfer, and from my estimation, that means more conflict to manage, not less. From my perspective, there are at least 4 types of industry relations at the university that we tend to talk about when we talk about academic industry relationships. The first being experts, and it's a pretty broad category, as has been pointed out numerous times here today, where we provide consultants, advisors, and such to companies for a whole host of different reasons. There's also a category of corporate research, where the company sponsors research back at the university. And then there's this sort of subcategory of corporate research, or a separate category, depending on how you look at it because of its unique issues, called clinical trials. And then there's this other thing called technology transfer. And I want to comment primarily about technology transfer, as you've heard from the experts in these other areas. Each year, the Association of University Technology Managers, or AUTM as we refer to ourselves, conducts an annual licensing survey capturing metrics related to research, patenting, and licensing. We do our best to capture a broad array of metrics, including product vignettes that do an eloquent job of describing how university technology transfer is making a better world. But to our great disappointment, it is the amount of licensing revenue that gets the greatest attention each year. While the AUTM licensing survey is in its 21st year, we don't have 21 years of data from all data points or all research universities. However, the data is quite substantial and reveals some interesting trends in U.S. technology transfer. Over the last 2 decades, research funding has been on the rise each year, and around $61 billion in research was reported in the FY11 survey. That's up from $12 billion in 1991. If you plot that data on the same graph as new invention disclosures are when a faculty member fills out a form, sends it to the office, and says, we think we've invented something. So if you plot that research data on the same graph as new invention disclosures, the slopes of these 2 lines mirror each other amazingly well. While on a different scale, invention disclosures have also increased each year to an all-time high in 2011 of nearly 22,000. Up from just 5,000 in 1991. So clearly, the U.S. investment in research drives innovation coming from universities. In 2011, 591 new products were introduced to the market, and 671 new startups were formed in that year alone. Almost 4,000 startups were believed to be operational in 2011, employing an estimated 55,000 people. The $2.5 billion in licensing revenue reported in FY11 comes from an estimated $80 to $120 billion in product sales, and that translates to a lot of product benefiting a lot of people and patients. Despite this success, our critics say that it's not enough, that we must do better. Our global competitiveness and jobs count on us doing better. It's crucial to the U.S. economy that conflict of interest and technology transfer work collaboratively to reduce barriers while protecting patients, to speed even more innovation from academia to industry. Thank you.
I guess we can only use one at a time, so there we go. Okay. Thanks, Todd. Next, we have the FDA perspective from Michelle McMurray-Heath.